Right, good evening. Welcome back to the channel Frugal Outdoors with me, Dylan. I'm just doing the intro. Ross has had his rods in the water for about 5 minutes and he's caught himself a tiny little, well, not tiny, but it's quite cute, little smooth hound.
Hang on.
Yeah, you got to do the pose to hold it. Got to hold it. Yeah, so this is our second venue this evening. We haven't fished at the first venue. We went to fish at a place called Bonchurch, and the wind was howling down there and the surf was really big, so we've scooted around, and we're actually at East Cowes. I've never fished here before. I think you fished here before, haven't you, Ross?
I had half hour on the law, but I'm not fishing bait-wise.
So yeah, this is the first time we've both fished here with some bait. So we've got some lighting, the car is literally there, camera's right there, super easy fishing. I need to get these baits in the water. I'll quickly show you the bait, show you the rigs, and then I'm going to cast out. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's going to be a bit different. It's a new venue, never know what's going to happen, but he's just caught a fish in the first 5 minutes, so fingers crossed I can get a couple too. Right, so there we go. This is the bait this evening. I've got some sardines, I've got some squid there, I've got some black lug, and I've got some sand eels. So I think they're back in there. Some sand eels. So I'm on one, basically I'm going to alternate between 3 rigs, this being one of them, which is a 2 hook with size 2.0s. So at the moment I've got black lug and squid. That's on like a 2 hook clipped dropper. That one will drop right down to the lead. It's on a 5 ounce. And yeah, so basically on one rod I'm going to fish squid and black lug in the hope of a codlin or whiting, something like that. On the other rod I'm going to fish the sand eel and squid wrap, or a sardine and squid wrap, and just alternate through. So on this one at the moment I've got a pulley dropper with a small little sand eel and squid wrap there. That's a 2.0 as well, 2.0 wide mouth, that one, with a little, that's actually a 3.0 like Chinook style hook. That's on a 5 ounce. That's a pulley dropper. So when that one comes in, I'm going to chuck out probably a pulley pennel, again with another bigger bait on this rod, and then this rig will then get baited up with some squid and black lug, and that will go out on the other rod. There we go. Right, bait's in the water, and I'm just going to sort out a torch so I can light up the rod tips, and hopefully we can see a bit of action. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, there we go. Right, we've actually taped up a torch to the lamppost there, so I'm shining that directly on the tips, so they're glowing up really, really well. But yeah, we got down to Bonchurch, we drove down there. It looks like a stunning venue, and yeah, we just couldn't get on down there. There was some big rollers coming in. Probably, to be honest, if we were going out to do some bass fishing, it'd be a brilliant venue. It looked like it could have been really bassy. There was lots of swell, lots of surf, but I've got some bait I could have probably used, like the sardine, but predominantly we haven't come out bass fishing. Wanted to use both rods, get out, sit down, chill out a bit, so which we wouldn't have been able to do there. But yeah, so we come out to East Cowes. I'd say it's a really comfortable, easy venue. Hopefully you get into a couple of fish. You got another bite? Ross is into his second fish. With any luck, I'll get one in a minute, and he won't make me look too bad. Well, Ross has had 2 now, so I am just gonna change my right hand rod, because I had a couple of knocks on it. I don't know if you'd have seen it, but one of them was quite erratic, and the other one was a bit of a slow pull, but it hasn't moved again, so I think whatever it was, it's not there. But I've just rigged up on the pulley pennel, another sand eel squid wrap, so I'm going to launch that out. So I'd like to get, I haven't had a white in yet this year, so I'd like to get one to knock it off the species. Hey? Yeah, felt alright that one. Didn't hoof it, it just felt quite smooth.
Oh. Fish number 3. This was on squid and bluey.
There we go, so we've been fishing for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. I'm struggling at the minute with a bit of weed. Ross isn't, but he's had 3 fish already. I've had no fish. So I need to change whatever it is that I'm doing wrong and change it. Because I don't want to go home blanking if he's catching loads of fish. Yeah, so we probably started fishing at like 7 o'clock, I reckon, tonight. I don't want to be fishing massively late. Well, I say that, I want to sort of knock it on the head. I'll be on the road for 12, we'll say. So essentially we're fishing about 2.5 hours up, maybe 2.5 hours down. We think high tide is around 10 o'clock. But it's always a little bit hit and miss, to be honest, on the silent side. Because it could be high tide. Might say high tide at a certain time, but it might be up for about 2 hours. But tide's definitely running now. It's definitely a bit of weed out there. It's all like just really fine eelgrass. So my lines have swung round to the left at the moment. So next cast I'll ping him out to the right, see if I can hold him a bit better. Because I had a few bites and Ross is getting fish. So, and he's using 4 ounce and I'm using 5. Come on.
Fish number 4, squid and black lug again, slightly smaller than the last one.
Fish number 4.
Right, come on fish. 4-0. Ting. Got a ting. Got a feeling I might have on the other one as well. I've had to put the.
Well, that's a good size. I think that's bigger than my first one.
Oh, that was a really tiny little pin one.
Live bait. Oh, you're resorting to squid heads already?
No. Right. My first whiting of the year. It's a tiny little pin one. I've got to get it back straight in. That one took squid head, but I've got a better one over there. He's just unhooking it for me. There we go. So that's not a bad size one. I mean, I'll be keeping this one anyway. But that took both hooks on a pennel. Sand eel and squid wrap took them both down. But they got some teeth on them, man. I don't know if you could. There you go. Whoop! It's focusing on me. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, so they got some decent teeth on them, but it took both greedy things. But this one I'm going to knock it on the head. I'll take this one home. There we go. Just like that. It's 4-2. Is it 4-2 or 5-2? 4-2. Yeah, I'm chuffed about that. I know lots of people say, we were just talking about it, how whiting are a menace and a pest. But I've probably only ever had 2 whiting in the whole time I've been fishing. I say whole time, I've only been fishing for about 2 years. But I still only ever had 2, so it's not a pest to me. Plus you can eat them when they're in size. Win! Yeah, another thing. There we go, another little whiting. Very lightly hooked that one, so this one should go back pretty easy. Yeah, so I've been keeping them a little bit closer in now. There's definitely some weed out there, but it's not too bad. It's still totally fishable. But I thought if I just keep it a little bit closer, hopefully it'll be a bit easier to de-weed. There won't be so much on there. But yeah, 3-4. Go on 6. 6-4. I just put one back, but I didn't think it was going to go back and then it kicked. The one that Ross just put back is trying to go. But I think if I get another one like that that's quite deeply hooked, I will keep it and use it for bait. I say if they're big enough to take for dinner, then I'll eat them. And if it'll go back easy, I'll make sure they go back. But if it's not going to go back, we'll use it because the point is throwing them back dead. Yeah, it's a shame, really.
I think that is on. How tough it is.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, I think so. There's probably another white in, but it feels... The trouble is, I think when you first start pulling the lead, I think it drags through the sand. Yeah, see, that's just gone lighter now.
Yeah, you'd be getting lost on the surface.
No, but it's just... I mean, they could well a bit. I mean, they've got some decent teeth on them. But that's just... totally chomped that in half. Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened then, but I've missed a bite. Anyway, I literally pulled into it. It's really felt quite good, quite heavy. And it came off anyway. And I keep catching the other rod moving, and it had a slack line. I've pulled into it a little bit, tightened the line, nothing. I know Wight and I got teeth, but half of the bait was totally gone. It's gone slack again. Yeah, that's on. If it is, it's like swimming right at me. That is weird. It's super light. It's super light. I don't think there's anything on it. Yeah, missed another one. So, like I said, I don't know. Like I say, it could be whiting. It probably is whiting. You like to think it's something else, but I don't know. There's two fish I've lost in like 5 minutes, not even. Oh, bit of a tangled mess then, but I had one on each rod. So thankfully Ross was here because he could give me a hand. So I ended up pulling them all in on one because it was all tangled together. But yeah, 7-6. All of mine have been whiting. It's the most whiting I've ever had. But yeah, there we go. It's not all bad. We're catching fish, but it'd be nice to get someone else. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed, a bit upset. Just pulled into something. It wasn't a massive bite, but it was a bite. There was weight. It wasn't a whiting. And this bait's been in the water for 2 minutes. That was half a sardine, and it's been absolutely nailed by something. So I've got one left. So it's going out. There we go. Look, that's the go on, focus on that, not my face. That's the there we go. Look, so it's not a huge bait. That's the sand eel and squid wraps that I'm doing. Like I say, they're not massive, but I've been, after watching Nobby bait up, his baits are probably smaller than that, neater than that, and he caught 2 rays. So it'd be nice to pull someone else out. Let's say Ross has had 4 species now.
Yeah,
4 species. I'm still on 1 species. We'll get someone else. I'm gonna fish through it. So that's a first for me for anything. I've just had a double shot on a pennel. I've seen other people do it and I've heard stories of other people doing it, but I've never done it, so that's pretty cool. One dropped off just as I was bringing it over the wall, and the other one was pretty, not deep hooked, it was on the pennel hook, but it took a bit of getting out, and I thought it was a goner, so I left it on the wall because I was going to use it for bait, and it kicked, jumped off, went straight in the water, and it swam off, so that was alright. Yeah, so I think Ross is on 9, I'm on 8. Ross has had 4 species though, I'm still only on whiting. So I'm going to start putting some bigger, yeah? He thinks it's going to be an 11 in a minute, but we'll see. Yeah, so it'd just be nice to get something else now, even a dogfish or something. Or like I say, I mean, I've got one whiting to take home. I don't mind if the whiting are going to be bigger, but since that big one, all the whiting I've been getting are maybe 20, 25. Some of them are probably in size at the 27, but then they're not really that big. So hopefully, like I say, we can pull something a bit better out. There we go, another whiting. I've got no rods in the water at the moment, but it's no wonder they can whack these baits. I mean, look at the gob on it. I mean, they've got some sharp teeth as well. I can feel them on my thumb. But that's the better one anyway. So that one's getting, I'll keep that one. He's easily in size. That's 30 plus, that one. So we'll keep that, but it's still only whiting again. I think we're level pegging. Ow! Oh, you got another one. Got a bite on that already. Ah, there we go. Ah, here we go. Well, it's something different. It's a dogfish. So it's going to be a night of dogfish and whiting, for me at least. Anyway, Ross is going to catch bass. And what was the other one? Oh, smooth hound as well. But there we go. Little doggy. Chuck it back. So I just measured those, the whiting, the 2 that I'm keeping, and I've got one on the top there for bait. The 2 that I'm keeping are 37 and 38 centimeters. They're well in size. I think keeping size is 27, and the one that I've kept for bait is 30. Anyway, 31 actually, I think it was. So they're well in size. It is just a shame, like I say, it's in size to take, but to be honest, it's not really big enough to eat. At least the other ones I can take some fillets off and we'll make fish finger sandwiches or something. But yeah, it's a shame they don't go back very well. Like I say, these and pouting don't go back brilliantly, and it's only recently that I've started to keep pouting for bait because the bass have been killing it. So yeah, it might be, maybe whiting will work exactly the same. I don't know. If you know, then if you could drop a comment if whiting will work just the same. I mean, everyone's like Ross just said, everyone calls it winter mackerel, but everyone's really chuffed when mackerel come in, not so chuffed when whiting come in. Oh, that was a bite. Just fish. Oh, that is a bite. I keep going to turn I keep going to turn my head torch off when I walk towards the camera, but I'm not wearing one. So yeah, it's only another whiting. Yeah, but he's pretty strong, this one. He was really fighting actually on the way in. It's in size again. It's not massive, it's probably maybe 32 or something. But I'm going to take it anyway, add to the numbers. Like I say, like Ross was saying, they make really nice fish cake, so that's what we'll be doing. Woohoo! Right, that is my last bait that's going to go out. Right, I brought in. Oh, hello. Go again. There we go, last caster in. Can't believe I just missed that bite. I would have, hopefully it's picked it up. I picked the rod up, it was there, and I pulled it up, nothing. I was like, you're kidding, apart from a big lump of weed. Yeah, gutted. But yeah, I'm going to start picking a few bits up anyway, and then I'll give these last two 15 minutes. Like I say, it's nearly midnight, so hopefully we can get one more, just one more. Or getting bites on both. Whoa, that was a better bite. Go on. He's on. Unbelievable, I just missed it again. Whatever it is, it's like 20-30 yards out. Could be a whiting, but just pulled the rod right round that time. Gutted. Yeah, I've put another bit of squid on, I've chucked it back out. It's not clipped or anything, it's on the 2 at flapper. I'd say it probably is a whiting. And I've been getting some bites on the on that sardine as well. But there's a few spots of rain just seen. So hopefully it will hold off long enough to get a fish, get the rods packed away and get packed up. Oh, we got another one. There we go, add one on that other rod, at least. Still got one out there. But yeah, another whiting, but as soon as I was unhooking it, I could feel how strong it was, so I chucked it back in and he swam straight off. In size again, but if it's strong enough, that one, like I say, I've got 3 to take home for food, so I think that's enough. Right, I am going to do this sign off super quick because it's just started to rain and we've just got the rods in now anyway. So I just want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for spending the time to sit down and watch these videos. I know they're not always brilliant, I know there's not always fish, but it's massively appreciated. So thank you to every single one of you who sits down and watches, everyone that comments, everyone that likes it, even the people that don't enjoy it. I wish sometimes you'd put a comment to say why you don't like it, see if there's something I could do to change it. But if you're not going to say anything, then it's going to stay the same. So, like I say, I hope you enjoyed it. We've had plenty of fish. Nothing massive, but I've got some food, I've got some dinner. So, it's got to be a win, really. So yeah, until the next one, stay safe, take care, and maybe see you out there. Cheers.